Well, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our Tuesday night Zoom training. My name is Lindsay Radzik, and I am a director of field leadership here with Living to Be. And I'm so excited to be here tonight with Bruce Stevens. We're just going to talk with everybody about how to lead with the opportunity here with Living to Be and what we have. Now, I'm super excited for all of you guys showing up on this Zoom right now, because this is a business that we run for ourselves. You know, we have to keep ourselves accountable. There's nobody giving us deadlines or, breathing down our necks saying, do this, do that. But it's very important for us to show up every day for ourselves in our businesses in order to reach the goals that we have set for ourselves. And leading with the opportunity is such an important part of that. Network marketing has completely changed my life, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. Formerly a waitress, mom of three, and I definitely needed to provide an income for my family, but I felt like I was never there. I was missing parties and holidays and weekend activities, and I felt like the kids were coming home from school and then mom was getting ready and going off to work. So this type of opportunity was a way for me to earn money, work my business around my family, and be present. And my goal for all of you is to experience everything that it is that you're looking to get out of this opportunity. And so we need to share with people. We need to let them know what we're doing, and we need to compose a story that is authentic to ourselves and what it is that we want to really put out there for people to benefit from in one way, shape, or form. Think about all of the stresses people have financially nowadays. And if you could be part of the solution to their problem when it comes to finances, or part of the solution when it comes to the problem of maybe they feel like they just have so much more in life that they want to accomplish, and they really want to be a business owner, or they really want to make a difference, make an impact. We have that here with Living to Be, and that's why I'm so excited to be able to share that conversation for you to have with so many of your friends, your family members, and your circle, and just be willing to put it out there. So Bruce and I were talking a little bit over the weekend, and we talked about how do you reach out to people? How do you start that conversation? And I've done it. I've totally just started that conversation with people before, where I am sugarcoating it. I am just, giving them 10,000 compliments and just asking all these questions about what they're up to. And then I come around and I swoop in and I just, attack them with the products or the business or whatever the case may be. And, it's just not the right way to go about it. And so I want to share with you, we're a people-based business, and we build relationships, and we genuinely care about people. If you don't care about people, you're in the wrong profession, because we really do care about people here, and that's why we're hope brokers. And really what I just want to help you do is put together that conversation. And so we've broken it down into different steps, but you really want to state your intention. You want to let them know why you're reaching out. Get that out of the way. Eat that frog, take that bite of the elephant, whatever you want to call it. State your intention. Let them know, listen, I've really been wanting to talk to you about what I've been doing. Or I've really been wanting to share with you something that's really impacted my life in a powerful way. It's okay to talk about our intention, right? And then the next thing you want to do is make some small talk. Look at their Facebook page, look at their social media, find out what's going on in their life. They can learn from you with what you have here with Living to Be, but you can also learn from them. It's a two-way street a lot of times, and it's really exciting to get to know people in that sense. But remember, social media doesn't give you the whole picture, so don't ever prejudge. Don't ever not reach out to somebody because of what you think their story is on social media, okay? So you want to state your intention. You want to have some small talk. You know, hey, remember when we used to work out together at that crazy boot camp? Or remember when we worked at that restaurant? Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. We had a blast and we all worked so well together. Whatever it was that connected you in the first place, reminisce a little bit. Everyone likes to reminisce, right? It's going to put everybody in just a really playful, fun mood, and it just creates a warm atmosphere. And then don't be afraid to ask. Ask them, hey, listen, do you have time this week? Or I like to say today or tomorrow, because I like to schedule things in the next coming days. But hey, do you have some time this week to get connected, maybe catch up, and I can share some really exciting things with you? Ask. Don't ever hesitate to ask them for that meetup or that conversation, because a lot of us, I think we drop the ball when it comes to that asking. And now I want to bring on Bruce, because I know that he has amazing nuggets to share with you all as well. And he and I can maybe put together a little conversation for everyone, just to give you an example. So Bruce.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. You stole all my stuff, so I don't have anything else to say.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah. So kind of the 5 basic components, guys, is the greeting, of course, like, hey, how are you doing? Whatever. Stating your intention. I always like to get that out of the way first, because it takes out of play that weird, like, why is this person so interested in me and my family and stuff when I hadn't heard from them in like 2 years? All of a sudden now they're really interested in Sweet. And then you reveal your intention, which is actually to get them into your business, which is all about you and nothing about them. And then the whole thing falls apart, like, oh, I see what just happened. That, you know, the lack of sincerity just explodes in their face when that happens. So I like to reverse that. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Then the ask. There's a couple things in the ask, and it kind of depends on your conversation. So when I'm thinking about talking to a person, I'll give myself like 3 different exit opportunities or exit strategies. So, or 4, let's say. Number 4, the worst possible one would be no, not now. And I'd be like, okay, cool. See you next time. But one of the 3 would be, depending on their interest, is this time appropriate to show them the opportunity right now? Like if we're on a one-on-one, or if we just happen to meet each other and I got stuff and maybe I'm just on my way home from a tasting or a sampling party. So I might show it to them then. Option 2 is, oh, great, you're interested. I'm having a glow party at my house on Friday. So it's at 7:00, so I'll see you there. Option 3 would be sort of interested, maybe a little on the fence. Awesome. We're having a online introduction to this. It's like whatever you want to call it, your online glow party or whatever. So you can just chime in online. You can find out more about it. And if you're interested or whatever, I'll follow up with you after. So if you have your 3 different options, depending on the interest of the person, that's always helpful. So it takes away that, like, oh God, what do I do? You got a tiger by the tail and you have no idea what you're going to do with that at this point. So give yourself that option. And what you said, Lindsay, with, you know, just being prepared, like know who you're talking to, obviously. So, you know, you like looking on Facebook or seeing what they're, depending on where that person is in your circle. And then the follow-up, of course, is the 5th one. So I think that all of these things should lead you to what we call the contact and invite. So the contact is you're making, but also contacting and inviting them into the opportunity presentation on whatever format that might be, whether it's a one-on-one, a person-to-person party or group, or an online event. So what I would say is this, like if let's say it's Saturday afternoon and we're at soccer and, you know, Lindsay's kids are tooling around and she's with her team and I'm with mine. I would do something like this, just running into her in the melee of soccer families. I'm like, Lindsay, how's it going? Hey, I've been meaning to get with you. I've been wanting to contact you. I'm glad I ran into you because I have this new business that I'm starting, and I wanted to talk to you about it and kind of get your input or your feedback. But we'll get to that in a second. How's the kids? How's your season going? Like, how have you been? What's going on with the kids? Where are they? I see them all the time across the field, but I never get to talk to you. So how is everyone? That's where Lindsay would say.
Everyone's great. Busy.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just kind of going back and forth, catching up. Yeah, it's crazy. Here we are, almost Halloween. What are you guys doing for Halloween?
Oh, we're got the school activities, and then we'll be trick-or-treating.
Yeah, cool. Us too. It's going to be good. I'm kind of tired of it. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this new business that we're in. It's this crazy thing. I know it sounds weird, and I'm not the guy that you'd expect to get into this, but what's really happened with us is we started to take this supplement product. Renee's noticed a lot of great attributes as far as like the way she sleeps and different things like that, and kind of the stress levels, how stressful life is.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Crazy. But then they came up with this new thing that's a whole skincare line. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. Not that you need skincare, but I felt like you would be interested and you'd be a good fit for this. So I can tell you more about it. I know you're, kind of in between games here, but is that something you want to hear more about?
Yeah, you could send me some information.
Okay, cool. I'll do you one better. I'll send you your email. You're still at lindsay@gmail.com?
Yes, I am.
I have my phone right here. I didn't remember that. I just looked it up. So I'll do you one better though. We are having a little event at my house. It'd be cool if you could come by on Friday. Renee's actually running the whole thing because I don't know a whole lot about it, but she's going to be running it. So if that works for you, that's cool. If not, next Tuesday night, if it works better, because I know it's starting to get cold, so soccer's starting to wind down. But we have an online event too. So if you're up for doing either one of those, that would be great.
Yeah, send me the information and I'll check my schedule.
Okay, cool. So I will do that, and then either way, I'll follow up with you probably. If I don't hear from you, maybe next Tuesday or so, I'll follow up. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Cool. So that was it. A little bit like rusty on that because we kind of both caught each other off guard. But that's the idea, is to be able to enter into that. Like, here's what I'm doing. Here's why I'm talking to you. Let's get a little small talk out of the way, and then see if we can pique each other's interest in some of these opportunities that we have. So leading up to the end of that conversation, it's really important to get your your three different options together. Like, you could see I was kind of fumbling around, like, what do I do now? She's kind of interested, and then like, okay, well, here's two options. Let's see where it goes from there. And gang, this is, if you make it about the person, like I kind of just talked over it because it was kind of weird and we're on this Facebook or whatever Zoom delay. But if we're person to person, like I would be much more slow and interested in like her responses and kind of pick up the conversation. But if you can first of all, let someone know that you care about them and what they're saying to you, and they're not just a means to an end of another person in your business that you'll never talk to again once you sign up. That's really where it comes down to it. So fight the urge to get the small talk out of the way. I'm always a fan of hard, easy versus easy, hard. Hard, easy is, Lindsay, I got this business opportunity I want to talk to you about, but first, let's talk about you. That's hard to easy. Easy is, hey, Lindsay, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, can you get in my business with that kind of thing? So anything else to add to that, Lindsay, or do you want to bounce something back at me?
No, I mean, I think that's great because here's the thing with scripts, and a lot of, I work with a lot of you on language and kind of putting together how you want to greet or respond, but it's just, it differs so greatly depending on who it is that you're talking to and connecting with. And it's so hard to have a script, which is why I love that Bruce has broken this down into the greeting, state your intention, small talk, ask, and then follow up. That's really, you want to make it that simple, because you can do whatever you want with who, or about whatever you want with whomever. Kind of like when you write your story, you have your problem, how this is the solution, what your experience has been so far and what you're looking forward to most. And when you break it up into those parts, the conversation just comes naturally. And it really just is going to take practice, because we have to fight our urge to want to say the right thing and fight our urge to sell, because like Bruce said, you're making it about the person. We have to show our sincerity, because the reason you're approaching this person is because there's something about them that you think they would be a great fit for this company. That's a huge compliment. If somebody approached me because they thought that I would be a great fit for something that they're involved in, that's a compliment. So you just have to kind of carry it in that way with yourself when you are sharing with people. You're complimenting them. Are you okay, Bruce, with opening it up to see if anybody has any questions or maybe would like some info on a situation they've been in?
Yeah, sure. Let's do
okay,
that.
You guys can unmute yourselves if you want to say anything, have a question.
I have a question.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi. Okay, so a lot of people get out a lot and have active lives, and I don't. I work from home all the way around. So what types of places could I go besides calling friends and family who I've called? What other options could I use besides places like, because I don't go to a lot of places, if that makes sense.
Can you hear me? Do you go
Yes,
out to eat at all? Okay. So when you go out to eat, your hostess, your server, the manager, whoever you come in contact with, hey, thank you for the amazing service. This is going to sound so crazy, but I actually just started this business, and I think you would be incredible. Have you ever thought about having something on the side that doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And just having that conversation. Bruce, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, I think that's excellent. That's a good way to start it. If you're prepared with that, with the different places that you're going, to always be ready to share it. And it's a hard one to create those unique experiences, for sure. You have to be artful about doing it, but again, leading with that, like, you have no idea what. I'll paint this picture to you. What if you were how long have you been in networking, Lindsay?
6 years.
Yeah. So what if you were at Lindsay's restaurant 7 years ago, and you decided, what, I'm going to flip and get crazy, and I need to tell this server, because she's got a good personality, she seems like she's with it, clearly she's a good communicator, whatever. I'm going to tell her about my opportunity. And look who you just get into your business, is someone like Lindsay. I mean, seriously, that's the importance of it. And someone's going to do it. They're going to end up somewhere. And very few people these days have full contentment of where they are and where their station in life is. So be that, like Renee and I were talking about, she's been listening to some stuff, and I might be stealing her thunder, but if we realize that we're like the faucets that water flows through, that concept. Like we can't direct that. We just be open. And we have to be able to be open for people. So putting yourself in a position and making yourself approachable, like for example, at the restaurant, if you're sitting there like this or like whatever, and you're totally closed versus being open and engaged and like acknowledging the server, let's just say it's the server, or the people that you frequently see at the grocery store, you probably go to the same kind of places. Try to make those unique contacts and give yourself a game. Like if you're going to go out 5 times this week, see if you can come up with 3 unique contacts. And it might not be anything with the business. It might just be, Joe at wherever you go, the gas station or whatever, the grocery store. Learn the person's name, stuff like that. Just try to develop those unique experiences.
That's awesome. Yes, Renee.
Well, no, I wanted to just add, like, when she's talking about going places, I'm sure there's regular places like they were mentioning that you go to, that you see similar people on a regular basis. And I'm just going to give an example of my experience before. I used to go into Staples, and the person that would always, when I pick up my order of my stuff, she always knew my name, and she was always like, "Oh, hey, Renee." I didn't know this person. She was always so friendly, and I loved when she was there. Like, "How are you doing? And what's your business again?" Like, she was just super friendly and asking questions and doing that. People enjoy that. People enjoy, like, when you get to know or know their name or acknowledge them beforehand. That's what, like, so maybe you can't immediately make that connection, but you can start to make a connection with someone by getting to know them, by sincerely, like, knowing their name, how are they doing, and like that kind of stuff. And when the person that left there, I was like, "Oh my God, she doesn't work here anymore." And I was so disappointed, but our paths crossed again, and now we end up working out together. But she stuck out to me because she was somebody that cared. I felt like she cared about me. Not one other person in that store did that. And that's the power that you hold when you go places, and there are people that you see that maybe you don't know, but you can get to know them. You can create that relationship by sincerely finding out what's their name, if they have kids, what do they do, like, just whatever it is. So you hold that power for that.
Okay, thanks, y'all. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
So here's 3 more things you can do in that respect. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Steph.
I just wanted I might have something to add to that too, for Jackie, and I'm using this for myself. When I speak about it, I'm going to talk about myself here, but I said the same thing, where do I go? What do I do? And the thing that stuck out to me the most was I need to connect with people. Not only do I need to reconnect with the people that I already know, but I want to connect with new also. People that I don't know, not always my friends and my family. And so I dug in a little bit, searching around a little bit on the internet, Facebook. I contacted City Hall today, and I wanted to know where I could find where events were happening, like where groups were gathering, where I could go and network and connect with people. And then they actually had a page here in my city, city events, and those things. So I went and I looked up a lot of those. I could not believe the opportunity I had to get out of the house. That's me. Get out of the house. Don't just close myself off the social network. Remember, I'm renewing my belief set right now. So I have to let go of my old belief nets and renew what I'm building now, building my new foundation. We had a lot of good stuff this morning on the calls today. I mean, everything, like I said, man, I can just eat all day long on these calls. I love them. And so that's what got my ball rolling after I was reflecting today on building the foundation, the seed of abundance, and all of that. And I mean, that abundance word right there just got me. I just looked up the definition of abundance. And that's what made me say, you know what, you need to get out of the house more. And just for me, that's what I think is really going to work good for me. I love to connect with people. I love to just talk to them. We don't even have to talk about, living to be right away. Just want to make that connection with them first. meet new people, go out. I love going out for coffee. We're here in the South, in South Carolina. We love grits, Lindsay, by the way. And and I tell you, Chamber of Commerce was another one I was looking at. Breakfast connections, business after hours, like so many opportunities out there to connect with people out in my community right here. On and above, connecting on social network and everything. So just wanted to add that. Maybe somebody can take something from that. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm going to head a little bit too, to build my foundation. So yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. So there's that. Thank you, Steph, so much for sharing. And I just, sometimes it's just about living life and figuring out what it is that you want to do. I love to contribute. So I've been volunteering a lot, and I volunteered over the weekend and connected with an amazing woman. She and we just started talking, and we were in this ticket booth for like 4 or 5 hours together. I have not told her anything about Living to Be, but we just chatted, and I actually just asked her a lot of questions about herself, is about the booster club we were volunteering for, and her family, and what she does for fun. And, ends up, she is a rep for 31, and she loves doing the online parties. And we had a blast, and we connected on social media. We thought we looked very familiar to each other. We're like, how do we know each other? And I said, listen, we've got to have at least one mutual friend. What's your name? Put your name in. We're connecting on Facebook. And she put her name in, and it came up 0 mutual friends. Even better, whole new market. But she's just an amazing person. And I know that when the time is right, I'll invite her to one of my meetings here or a glow party. And I'm just excited to be connected with great people, and it's just have fun with it. Just have fun.
Yeah, great. That when you told me that, I'm like, oh man, that is gold right there. I bet we have mutual friends on Facebook. Like, that's amazing. That was ninja stuff. That was pretty good. So a couple of things too, just talking to people that you're not familiar with. Get good at having a unique response when people give you the canned things like, how are you? Or, are you busy today? Or how, crazy weather out there. Learn how to flip that into an actual conversation. Like the server or the person that's checking your groceries or whatever. Just be good at engaging them on a different level than the other 300 people that they saw that day that engage them in the, how are you? Fine. How are you? That's like, that's nothing. You might as well not say anything to somebody. So if you instill meaning in your responses and you get good at being able to, get them to open up to you, it's way easier because you care about them. Yeah, so it's the art of the conversation, but I agree with Steph. Get out more. You got to get yourself in those situations. Anyone else? Anything else?
Go ahead and unmute if you have any questions or any helpful tips as well.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Steph.
Okay. I hope this pertains because it's came up in my conversation twice today. I met with several people actually face to face today, which was really good for me because I'm getting better. I'm getting better as you go along. It just kind of flows. I like how Calvin said that today. He goes, just let it flow. If you're not pushing and all that, it's like, and it just started flowing today. And that was after that call. It was late afternoon. I sat down with the young lady. And the first thing she said, oh, Steph, it sounds really good. She said, that's a pyramid, right? And I said, no. I said, multi-level marketing is not a pyramid. And what I had to bring to the table at that time was anytime you have a service to people or others, or a product that you stand behind and that you believe in. And this product is already helping me immensely. I lost 4 pounds in 5 days, by the way. I'm so excited. Yay! I know. And so anyways, that's my question. I hear that, come up every now and then, a pyramid. So anybody that can reflect on that would be great.
You or me, Lindsay?
I want you to take this one.
Yeah, so here's the true answer is no, it's not a pyramid. Pyramid schemes are illegal, and there's absolutely no product or anything that's being exchanged. So we'll get that out of the way. It's a network, and you can either use it as a business or you can use it just to buy great products from. If you so choose to sell it or to share it with other people, there's a significant income opportunity. So, but it has nothing to do, its existence has nothing to do with whether you have other people involved in it or not. So it's a direct sales business. So that's the logical answer. Here's what I would say is, and this is just my personality, and it depends, of course, on who I'm talking to. If he asked me, is that a pyramid? I'd say, well, do you like pyramids? So I would just totally be the opposite of kind of a jackass with, being sarcasm, because I think that's funny. But the answer then would be, no, it's not a pyramid. Obviously, they're illegal, but it is a great way to earn a significant income. Plain and simple. I mean, it just isn't a pyramid. Even if you look at the structure of this one, it isn't a pyramid. It does not even shape like that. It doesn't require a left and a right side, and all these different things that are cooked up in those other structures. It really reflects the corporate structure of any corporation, because there's a president and founder and CEOs, and then there's different levels of people doing business, which is just like any other business structure, including our government and every other thing. So that's what I think about it. I think that's actually, I have fun with that question on most.
That was great. That was great. Thank you. So I just needed a little more. I took some notes here of what you said. And, I don't like to spend a lot of time on that. Like you said, it's totally illegal. And multi-level marketing, I know, is not a pyramid myself. I know that. But that's came up a few times for people that are unfamiliar with MLM and that. So I just wanted to hear what someone else had to give on that. Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, it's because they had a friend of a friend of a friend who joined a network and sat there and didn't do anything and watched everyone else go to the top.
Right.
So, awesome questions, guys. Anyone else?
Lindsay, I just want to add something on what she was asking. Whenever people ask me that, I actually say, I kind of share how I felt before I started, before I knew everything about this business. So.
Oh, do you feel, felt, found them?
What?
Do you feel, felt, found?
I do. I feel free. Just kidding. But yeah, so I always just say, yeah, that's how I felt, or that's how my husband was. And I kind of just go into that little bit of background, but I don't put a lot of focus into it.
I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, and for anyone who's new to the Feel, Felt, Found, it's just another step-by-step way for you to relate to what it is that the person is feeling, experiencing, saying, whatever the case may be. And if you are not authentically able to relate, then you can use somebody else's situation. So you can use my situation in regards to, the networking industry being able to be successful at it, being successful with living to be. Well, my friend Lindsay, she was a waitress, and, she actually felt the same way at first, but what she found is that she could really leverage her time. She could be present with her family and earn an income. And now I want to do it. So.
Yeah, that's gold right there for sure.
Yeah. Did you unmute, Jan?
I did, because I think pyramid comeback is just a cop-out for people.
That's my girl, of course. Yep.
I'm on the same level with Bruce. I get kind of cocky when they say that kind of stuff.
Yeah. This really amounts to when you're going through contacts and you're going through people, we've already said it a bunch of times before, it's a numbers thing, but you're looking for people who are looking. You're not looking for people that you need to convince necessarily right there on the spot. You can convince them by your actions and your lifestyle and the quality of people that you surround yourself with and who you become. But by and large, when someone asks a question like that, and some people don't look at that as a negative, oddly enough, and they might be interested in it, but I can't say it enough. We're looking for people that are looking. And that's a great way, a great litmus test of, listen, if you got any dumb questions, you're not for this business. So we're looking for smart people. We're looking for people that are interested in growing their income and helping others do the same thing while they have great supplements and their skin looks wonderful. You in or out?
I'm in. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else, Bruce, that you want to touch on this evening for this training?
No, not really. I felt like it was kind of a little focused and a little all over the place, which is good, but that's the nature of contacts, right? That's the nature of starting conversations. They don't all go the way that you think. In fact, we're surprised most often than not. So,
Barb, do you have a question?
No, not a question. I was just going to say thanks. This is really, really helpful.
Yay. I love that. Yes. And here's the thing. Take what we went over this evening and use it, integrate it, start having those conversations, and, let us know how things are going. That's the beautiful thing here. You have so much support and so many people that you can reach out to and say, hey, listen, maybe you just want to let us know how great a conversation went and you want to celebrate with somebody. Let's do that. Or maybe you want to, it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. So we need to kind of go back and refocus and figure out what it is that we need to do differently next time. So thank you to each and every one of you for getting on the training tonight. Bruce, thank you so much for all of your insight and input.
You're welcome. Good job. Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys. So 9:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning for my my daily Zoom training. And then we have Bruce and Renee's call at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yep.
Just lots of great stuff for you guys all to plug into. So have a great night.
See you later.
Night.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, y'all.